You can't believe what's going on. There is a big Shiba Inu whale that woke up, more than 400 billion coins. We thought that things were getting better after the market crash, but Coinbase single is really crazy. Does this mark the end of our long wait, or is something bad about to happen? In addition, what is going on behind the scenes? Okay, let me explain. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. People who own Shiba Inu have had a rough few days. The price of a Shiba Inu has dropped sharply, almost 12% in 30 days. While this may seem scary at first, some saw it as a normal and even healthy way to fix things. Price didn't fall more than a third of what it went up by at first, and a key support level stayed the same. A lot of people thought this could be the beginning of another rise, and hope remained. There it was, the story. Until something strange happened. A very early Shiba Inu owner sold almost 400 billion Shiba Inu coins after the latest marketplace drop and made a huge $9 million profit. It wasn't just a small problem, it completely changed the mood. What started out as a positive story about healing felt disturbing all of a sudden. The marketplace wasn't just making up for lost time anymore, it was responding to something greater, and the hope began to weaken. We need to think about something even more important though. According to Look and Chain, it wasn't just any investor who caused this huge sell-off. Someone who liked Shiba Inu from the start was an early user. This person bought an amazing 15 trillion Shiba Inu on August 6, 2020, just a few days after the token went live. Because Shiba Inus were so cheap back then, the buy only cost $3,800. If you fast forward to October 2021, Shiba Inu was at its most valuable. Those coins were worth an incredible $1.2 billion. Everything changes now that this is known. This whale isn't just any old thing. Getting rid of their coins. This person has been a part of the Shiba Inu environment since the beginning and is one of the most significant individuals in it. The market could change a lot because of what they do, so everyone is now giving close attention. What they do next could tell us a lot about where Shiba Inu are going in the future. Since then, this person has been slowly selling off their Shiba Inu holdings. The most recent sale was just a few hours ago. Look and Chain say that almost 250 billion Shiba Inu were sent to the Gemini cryptocurrency market in 3 deals. Soon after, another 150 billion Shiba Inu were moved to the same platform, making the total of 400 billion in a little over 2 hours. Most of the time, tokens sent to platforms are either sold for cash or traded for other assets. Based on how much Shiba Inu is worth right now, these almost 400 billion pieces are worth about $9.6 million. Even more amazing is that these tokens, which were bought for only $100 in August 2020, have now made a crazy amount of money. Etherscan data indicates that this isn't a one-time thing. The person has been selling Shiba Inu on sites like Crypto.com and Gemini for the past few weeks. Even with all of these sales, they still have 2 trillion Shiba Inu in their pocket, which is worth about $48 million. It's also becoming clear that this whale is selling their stocks slowly and in steps rather than all at once. This method makes sense. If they sold everything at once, Shiba Inu's price would probably drop, which would cut into their earnings. By spreading out the sales, they can keep the market from panicking while still making a lot of money. That's why this is so important. Every move they execute could have an effect on the market. And for a whale with billions of tokens, the right time is very important. But what does this imply for people who own Shiba Inu every day? First, we need to know that the price of dogs other than Shiba Inu is also going down. Yesterday, the whole crypto market was having a bad day. The price of Bitcoin, which is the leader in this field, has also gone down. It's also true for most other digital currencies. In fact, Lucy, who is on the Shiba Inu crew, showed a chart with more than 500 assets all moving in the red. This is even scarier than it already is. This is a problem that affects more than just Shiba Inu. The crypto market as a whole is under a lot of stress, which could make Shiba Inu's problems even worse. It takes longer for individual assets to get back on track when the market as a whole is in chaos. These changes in the price of Shiba Inu are now linked to much bigger causes. This could make the road ahead even rougher for people who own Shiba Inu. What the whales did is only a small part of a far greater story. There's something bigger going on here, though. The whole cryptocurrency market is reacting to a message from Coinbase. Not long ago, a letter, CryptoQuant, said that there might be a difference between the Coinbase Premium Index and the price of Bitcoin. This difference, which is mostly negative despite Bitcoin's latest rise, is making people look twice. This is what the Coinbase Premium Index means. It shows how much desire there is for Bitcoin in the US based on how much action there is on big platforms like Binance and Coinbase. A higher price generally means that American buyers want to buy. But here is the problem. The Coinbase Premium has gone down, but Bitcoin's price has gone up from $100,000 to over $108,000. A company called CryptoQuant says that this price increase could be a sign of Bitcoin's medium-term weakness if it isn't supported by strong demand in the US. As people who invest in Shiba Inu, that's important to us. When Bitcoin shows indications of weakness, it often affects all cryptocurrencies, even altcoins like Shiba Inu. Things looked very different just 1 week ago. Back then, when the price of Bitcoin went down, the Coinbase bonus went up. Now that things are going the other way, the market is carefully waiting to see what happens next. A Shiba Inu crew member named Lucy took to Twitter to remember everyone why we're all here in the initial place, even though the market was a mess. It was really important for people to read her post and remember what's important. What Shiba Inu has done to make improvement with Shibarium. Lucy brought up some amazing facts, like the reality that Shibarium has already burned Shiba Inu worth more than $1.5 million. That's important, because each coin burned lowers the quantity. This could make Shiba Inu more rare and valuable over time. She also talked about how Shibarium's very low transaction fees make Shiba Inu more useful for daily use. Shibarium is also building the base for the future with things like mining and governing systems. These terms aren't just a bunch of words. They're important steps toward turning Shiba Inu into a fully working environment instead of just a precious metal. But Lucy's point about Shiba Inu's image might have been the most important one. The buzz around Shibarium on social media by itself wasn't enough to get it done. It has made Shiba Inu a real name in cryptocurrency circles. Shiba Inu is getting attention from big media sources, like Forbes, not because of jokes, but because of the team's hard work and the real progress they've made. Lucy's message was easy to understand. Shiba Inu has come a long way, even when the market is crazy. Now things get really interesting. Many Shiba Inu buyers have been disappointed with the recent price changes, but basic signs point to something exciting happening. In a recent article on TradingView, market expert Clay D. Cooney talked about how Shiba Inu's chart shows signs of a rising trend. Cooney said that Shiba Inu has had a hard time keeping up with other altcoins and joke coins during recent rises. He now thinks the ticket is real, though. To catch up, when Cooney looked at the daily map, she saw a clear upward movement that started in September. Shiba Inu's price has been slowly going up since then, with bigger highs making a clear circle pattern. Cooney says that this kind of action is a classic sign that the price will go up. Even more encouraging is the fact that Shiba Inu has set up a strong support level around its present price band. This support has been strong for about a month, which means that buyers are buying Shiba Inus at these prices. Cooney thinks that this time of stabilization could be the start of a big rise soon. Cooney's research shows a number of possible goals if that breakout happens. The first one would be more than 25% more expensive than it is now. Prices that haven't been seen since 2021. Cooney thinks that Shiba Inu will be close to its record-setting level by the end of 2025, which is even further into the future. From where it is now, that would be a huge jump of more than 170%. There is no proof of any of this, but the map points to Shiba Inu possibly getting ready for a thrilling run. For buyers and holders, the next few months could bring long-awaited change. But what do you think about this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.